Let's talk about the truth about gas masks and what civilians need to know about buying them. My name is Jason Hanson. I'm a former CIA officer. And yes, there were times in my past life when I was with the agency and I had a gas mask strapped to my leg. We also had, I'm trying to think what it was. I believe it was atropine. All the doctors watching this will correct me, but we had the big needles, and again, I think it was atropine, and if the crap hits the fan, you got your gas mask off, start stabbing yourself on the butt. So thankfully, in real life, I never had to use the gas mask, but I've trained on it plenty. So here's what you need to know. When it comes to gas masks, remember, you get what you pay for. So sure, you can go on Amazon, you can go buy some old Army surplus one, and get a $20 gas mask, or 30 or 50, or whatever. This gas mask I'm holding right here is one of the higher end top tier ones. This was $350, right around there. I can't remember the exact amount, but right around 350 bucks. So yes, I realize that is a lot of money. So I do a lot of consulting with clients, and when they come and say to me, hey, I want a gas mask for my bug out bag, I tell them, if you're getting something for $50, even $100, you're not getting something you probably want to get bet your life on. You're going to be spending around $300 plus. Again, $350 for this. So what else do you need to know about gas masks? I would buy one that take these standard NATO 40 millimeter filters, okay? You can buy those pretty much anywhere. There's a lot of them. However, when it comes to buying these standard NATO 40 millimeter filters, there are obviously different filters you can buy. This filter right here that is brand new, and I'm gonna open because we're gonna demo it today, and I'm gonna OC pepper spray myself just for you. This filter right here is a CBRN filter. Chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear. This is the filter you want to buy, the CBRN filters. This is the good stuff. This particular one, again, I buy quality. I believe in buying quality. This was about $80. I believe that's what it was, right around 80 bucks. So yes, that's a lot of money for a filter. This one you can store about 20 years if you store it in a cool and dry place. If you live in Alabama, Texas, Florida, where it's like 1,000% humidity and you're leaving it in the trunk of your car, that's clearly going to deteriorate it. I live in the state of Utah where we don't have humidity and where my basement is pretty much always cool and dry, so I store my ammo there and I store my filters there. Next type of filter, and actually we'll open this up because like I said, we are going to demo this where I'm gonna pop on the mask here in a second and you're gonna see me get some OSP, some pepper spray grenade on me. So let's open up this filter when we go to, let me cut it open a little easier for me. When we go to use this filter, obviously I unscrew it. I screw it in to the mask where the filter goes. You can see it right there. You'll see me do it, bloop, 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 like that. And then, to make sure you can breathe right, you're gonna wanna pull that tab, and that obviously makes it so the filter goes into use, and you can get rid of all the bad stuff. So $80 CBRN filter, the stuff you want, the good stuff. If you're worried about nuclear attack and all that, which you should be, unfortunately. Okay, next, what is this? This is a cheaper filter. So they make different types of filters for the mask, as I mentioned. This was about $25, I believe, 20 or 25 bucks. This is more of a dust filter. So it's not the chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear stuff. This is, hey, I am in construction, or I'm gonna be around mold, or I'm gonna be around whatever, again, keeping all the dust and the nasty stuff out. So let's pop in this one, obviously it's brand new also, and get it there. So smaller filter, works the same way though. All I gotta do is I gotta pop it, and it's even so idiot proof, remove the cap before use. Thank you. So I pop that, I unscrew that part, and I can screw that into, not this, I screw that into the side here, and so more for dust, cheap filter, $25 versus $80. Buy the CBRN filters. That is what you want. How long do these filters last? Meaning, if the crap hits the fan and we've had something go down and I'm putting this on my face and I have the good filter, how long is it gonna last? About 10 hours, give or take. I would switch it out personally every 10 hours, but it also depends on what is the threat. What is the chemical or whatever that you're going through? If you have trouble breathing in there and you've been wearing it 10 hours, well, that means that filter is coming to the end of its life. So that is what the FBI calls a clue, and you need to replace your filter. But again, 10 hours, give or take, when you're running one of these, and that should be good. Let me see if I forgot anything else that I wanted to tell you. When you have this filter staged, just to make it super easy, you have it so you can literally plop it on my face, which I'm gonna do right here in a second. I have flipped up the other part over the front of the masks. That way, when I put this on my face like this, I can grab this here and I can incredibly gracefully, as you just witnessed, I can throw it on my face. So I'm not gonna pull these super tight right now because I'm gonna take it off again, but this filter, I pop the tap, I screw it on, and when you screw it on, one of the things you want to do, which you will see me do, is you want to put your hand over and breathe in and out. Why? Because it makes sure you have good seal. So this one right now, I know I need to pull it a little tighter, but I'm not, because I want to be able to flip it off and get it on my head. But definitely put your hand over the filter, as we're going to do, breathe it out, and
you'll see, okay, good seal or bad seal. Also, in a real situation, before you put the filter on, you want to make sure that you've taken a breath so you can blow out all that nastiness. So as soon as the filter goes on your over your face, you're going to blow out, get all that gunk on there, out of there, and then you've got your filter bringing back in good air. The particular filter I got, let me see if I pulled it out. I think I pulled it out. What did I do with? Well, oh, here it is. It's got a straw on the side, has this small plastic, nothing fancy canteen, but you can put it up there, you can drink out of it if you had to without taking it off. So that's nice, that's a bonus, and you can do that. All right, let me think what else I wanna say. You know what we're gonna do now? We are going to go pepper spray grenade me with this gas mask on.
Let me take this off real quick. With this gas mask on, and we're gonna use both filters. So this bad boy right here is a pepper spray grenade. These are legal. It says law enforcement only. I'm sure they just forgot to change the label, but anybody can buy these. So I bought a lot of these. I have one still in the packaging right here. I got 2 of them right here. Pepper spray grenade, it's nasty. You do not want to be on the wrong end of this. The reason, I got fly on me. The reason you may want to use these is, let's say you're going into an area with a mob, you're in your car, mob surrounds your vehicle, you think they're gonna kill you. You slightly roll down your window, pop this, push the gray button, toss the grenade, and the crowd will disperse because this is nasty. We've done it, and you'll have to watch the video where me and my friend did it, and we sat in the car and did this, and you see us very quickly, can't see, and snot coming out of our nose and choking up and all that. We're gonna do that with both filters, meaning I'm gonna go in a car, we're gonna pop the pepper spray grenade using the CBRN filter, the good filter, the $80 filter, and we're gonna go within the cheap 20 or 25, again, I think it was 25, the cheap $25 dust filter and see what happens and if my gas mask actually works. So let's do that now. Let's head out to the vehicle. All right, right now we're gonna go test out the gas mask. As I said, I'm going to pepper grenade myself in a vehicle just for you. We're gonna start with the CBRN filter, so I'm gonna unscrew this. This is the fancy pants filter, the good one you want to use. I'm gonna get it all ready. Obviously, here's the gas mask. I'm gonna flip over, and you can see why you wanna get this staged is it makes it easier to get in there. So I'm gonna flip this over, or your face in there is what I meant. I'm gonna get it all set up, and then I will have to tighten it. So let me get it all the way I want, and the way I would have it staged, and the way I used to have it staged. Well, when I was with the agency, how I had that one staged. Okay, all right, that's good. We're gonna get this here. We're gonna screw this in. Again, the beauty of this stuff in gas mask is it's pretty much idiot-proof. Everybody knows how to do this. Okay, so it's in, it's tight. I'm gonna throw the mask on. I'm gonna take my deep breath. I'm going to tighten it. Obviously, I exhaled, so I want to make sure this is nice and tight. I'm gonna pull all of them tight because I am about to OC spray myself. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, I think it's nice and tight now, I hope. We're about to find out. So I got it on there. Now, remember what we talked about? I've got a nice seal. So I just did that so I can make sure I can see that I have the good seal. Now, if you have a beard, that's one of the biggest questions I get when I'm doing this type of training. Hey Jason, what if I have a beard? Well, guess what? If you were a pro, if you were in the intelligence business, you would have in your kit of gear a razor, a bar of soap, and some water. That way, if something was about to go down, you could quickly shave around that little area. So it's not that hard to do, doesn't take that long, but yes, if you have a beard, you can of course still wear it, but if you want to make sure you have a really good seal, you would carry around a razor, you would carry around some soap, water, that way you could just shave around the areas you need to, and it's not a whole lot. So it's not like you're gonna sit there shaving for 20 minutes or anything like that. I gotta take breaths. Okay, before we test this pepper spray, make sure my hearing protection is, what are we gonna do? We're gonna shoot an AK, obviously, because what is cooler than shooting a gun with a gas mask? Obviously nothing. Let's do it. All right, the car we're gonna use for this demo is gonna be this white car because it has all the windows. You can obviously see this one does not have windows. So we're gonna back a bit here though. And like I said, we have to, for tacticalness, awesomeness purposes, and let me get this all set up, we have got to shoot our gun while we're wearing our gas mask. That is a rule in case you didn't know it. So let me get up here. All right, I was doing that fast. You should be leaning in. But I want to get this stupid gas mask off because it is incredibly hot today. It's like 150 degrees. Okay, let's do this. Pepper spray grenade, very nasty. I think last time I did this, when we did not have any masks, we lasted 13 seconds before we bailed on this thing pretty much puking and snot running down our nose. Here we go. Maybe you'll be able to see the mist coming out. Here, I'll even prove to you I'm getting it started. So you can see the mist come out right as I shut it. Here it goes.
I'm alive. I'm not choking. I'm not dying. That would not be possible if I didn't have this mask on. Clearly, that was a lot of pepper spray coming out. You could probably see it. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna try that with the cheap filter, which I really don't want to do because I know it's going to happen, but let's go do that.
All right, we just used the CBRN filter. I'm going to unscrew this and let it drop on the table. We've got our cheap $25 filter, whatever the real cost is, $20 filter. I do not want to do this one because I do not have high hopes. So we're screwed in. This is the dust. This is the particle filter. Not going to probably do a lot of good stuff. We shall see. All right, let me flip this over the way it should be, the way we talked about. Get that set up and get those out of the way. Okay, take off my hat. Get it.
Okay, as usual, I got the cheap particle filter on. Okay, I checked. It's good suction. Let me grab the other pepper spray grenade. I already shot the AK, so we don't need to do that again. Let's rock and roll the car. Let me pepper spray myself. I'll probably start gagging the second I get in there just because that other one is still full of the OC spray. The things I do for you. All right, here we go. Cheap particle filter. You'll see me, and I'm not gonna, because I have other training I gotta do today, I'm not gonna stay in there and die and whatever. Well, well, guess what? I gotta spit now.
12 seconds later.
Oh, yuck. Guess what we just figured out in about 2 seconds is that, oh man, I got all right, is the camera on me? Guess what we just figured out in about 2 seconds, which you already knew. Let's get away from it. That I was gonna figure out. Oh crap, it's all over my eyes. Is that the cheap particle filter I didn't even have to use. My camera could be right here and I would have no idea. The cheap particle filter I didn't even get to use because it was so potent still in the car that I couldn't even get in the car and my eyes are stinging and red. So yes, if you buy a $25 filter, particle dust filter, it ain't gonna work. If you buy the good CBRN filter, you're more A-okay. So if you're gonna get a gas mask, the moral of the story is do not go cheap, buy a CBRN filter. If you have any questions, let me know if there's anything I can do for you. My eyes are burning like a son of a gun. I am former CI officer Jason Hanson. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Patreon where you're gonna see some funny behind the scenes footage of this. And I think that's pretty much it. I gotta go wash my eyes out. God bless you. God bless your family.